What's good, my people? We're finally back again for another one on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family of tuned into this year reaction video, and of course the newcomers out there. Big up yourself for tuning into this year reaction as well. I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys for definitely checking out what the kid has to say on the vibrations here in this year reaction video, and of course I want to hear what you guys have to say as well. So leave your thoughts in the comment box below as well on the things that I'm talking about right there. So guys, don't forget to download the Mystelics Tube app. I must make mention of that. Download that. That'll be the first comment in the comment box below, as well as the Mystelics vlog as well. Actually did a Mystelics vlog, pretty much why you seen where I'm looking like I'm in heaven or something. You guys can definitely check out that link in the first comment in the comment box below. That's on the Mystelics vlog channel as well. And guys, if you have not done so, like I said before, download the Mystelics Tube app. That will pretty much give you the insight on the latest vibrations. Sometimes I may not mention them. Sometimes you might see someone on Instagram. You might see some stuff on the WhatsApp stuff. You never know, guys. Definitely subscribe to the different channels, and of course definitely go and follow the Instagram page as well. Mystelics, you must find me. One name alone, not on Instagram, named Mystelics, brothers and sisters, and it is yours and only yours truly, brothers and sisters. Anyways, guys, I must make mention of something that took place yesterday. Apparently there was actually a previous one. I think it was a 3.2, but this one was yesterday, guys. A 4.2 magnitude earthquake took place just off the coast of Dominica, right there, just below the airport area, around that the Kalinago territory, around that Bruce area, brothers and sisters. Around there, as you can see, a 4.2 magnitude earthquake took place, brothers and sisters. And of course, these are the coordinates and the location of it right there. You see, just off the east, 10 miles east of Bruce. The individual was in Bruce. Did you guys feel the earthquake? It was a 4.2 magnitude earthquake. That most likely was a very big one, but I'm guessing based on the depth, we'll see how deep the depth is. So look at right there, 87 miles below the Earth's surface, guys. So there could be a little rumble in the jungle. Maybe you guys didn't feel it, but it was actually 10 miles east of Bruce, Dominica, at around 4:09. People were sleeping, man. You got a little shake, man. Sometimes you need a little shaking, like a massage, man, from the earth. So I don't know if you guys felt it, but if you did, let me know that in the comment box below as well. The coordinations right there, as you can see. Of course, earthquakes are becoming very frequent recently. There was one, like I said, there was one not too long ago, and of course also about 40 miles north of Makuba. What is it, Makuba? Yes, Nick. Yes, all right then. But of course there was a number of them right there. It seems like they're moving from Puerto Rico and coming down to the nature island of the Caribbean, man. Dominica probably needs a little shake up, man. Shake up to wake up, man. That's what we always tend to see from time to time. Anyways, guys, moving along. Right there, I must make mention of this very situation. Not situation now, but apparently there's some sort of scholarship. Dominica Football Association scholarship. Maybe that's part of what some of the monies that FIFA give them. They are putting it into good use. I'm not sure if they have done this before. But of course, the Dominica Football Association will be awarding 2 scholarships, none based on merit. One based on merit. I was like, none based on merit. What? But one based on merit, and one based on need. So based on the qualifications that the individual have, they feel like that person needs it. And then of course individuals who may not have been, the best of the best, but they want to see if they can give them an opportunity. One based on need for students attending secondary school for the academic year 2022-2023. Eligible participants must meet the following criteria: active player of football, obviously. This is a football scholarship. You don't come in and get football scholarship and you're not a footballist. Up your naughty ways, man. And of course, within the community, right there. So you're not a football player in Guadada and say, hey, I want a scholarship. No, you have to be within the community of Dominica. must be entering secondary school in September. That's definitely a key right there. You can't be going primary school and think you're gonna get the scholarship for next year. No, stop your naughty ways, man. So you have to be entering secondary school in September, or already attending secondary school. That wouldn't make sense. A decent G6 NE, I guess that's grade 6 national assessment grades, or decent performance for those already attending secondary school. So if you have good grades and stuff, there's a possibility that you can definitely get a scholarship. Anyways, disciplined member of the community. So you can't just be a vikawat, man. You can't just be like, oh, let me go and sell this and sell that and trying to destroy people. No, man. No, that's not for you. Just stop your dirty ways. Maybe next year, if you like Santa Claus will say, if you're a good boy or good girl for the year, well, maybe if you're not a good boy this year, maybe next year you'll have a chance to win this thing right there. But unfortunately, the application ends the 31st of July 2022. That's this month, the ending of this month. Just in case you don't know what the end of this month is, it's this month, brothers and sisters, the 31st of July 2022. Right there. So keep these things in mind. Anyways, guys, there's a situation that seems to be happening about the housing facility going out all over the place, which you guys remember I was mentioning this thing right there. Why is Tranquility Business Partners raiding us again in name of future housing? So is it Tranquility Business individuals that give these houses? That's interesting right there, brothers and sisters. They're giving it to the Tranquility individuals who build the Tranquility hotel in Salisbury. So it seems like that is the case right there. So I think are the Tranquility people Dominicans? All right. But the empowering, remember the whole thing that they were talking about housing there was empowerment. They were saying empowerment, brothers and sisters. Empowerment is not what people can do for you, you know. You are empowering people to do for themselves. That is empowerment right there. Now, if they're trying to get people from foreign to be doing things for Dominica, that's not empowerment. That is not empowerment at all. They should hire the Dominican people if they really are looking for empowerment, to empower the Dominican people to actually do things in society, help build people's houses for them. Trouble. I mean, to me, that is what we was doing back in the day. You know, you want to build a house, you contact Dominicans to help build your house for you. But instead, in this day and age, we're empowering the people outside of Dominica to try to empower the people inside Dominica by not allowing the people to be truly empowered themselves. That's crazy. That's kind of interesting right there, brothers and sisters. But like I said before, you know, this is how Dominica seems to be and the people are allowing it. So, like my uncle, well, not my uncle, but this is what he has to say right there. He has some important words to say right there, guys.
How are you?
What do you have to say to me?
Well, the country's in chaos.
Okay.
Disaster. How are you?
What do you have to say to me?
Well, the country's in chaos.
Okay.
Disaster.
Disaster.
How are you?
What do you have to say to me?
Why he end up? How are you? What is that? Maybe just, I guess, intro.
Me?
Well, the country's in chaos.
Well, at least he knows. At least he knows the country's in chaos. Do you know the country's in chaos? I mean, Maguisa, guys, they're empowering you by not empowering you at all, but they're telling you that they're empowering you. I mean, you have to use your brain sometimes. I mean, sometimes you have to use our cabeza. I mean, come on, you know me. But anyways, guys, these are the plans right there, the ground floor layout of this establishment. And as you can see, and if you guys say, let me make it a bit bigger for you guys, or let me make it a bit clearer for you guys right there. This is it, a much better area. It looks pretty nice, no doubt about it. It looks nice. I don't know if it's resilient. You have a little balcony yourself. You organize boom bang. What is that? Master bedroom. And then you have how much master bedrooms are there now? But there's plenty master bedrooms. You realize 1, 2, 3. 3 master bedrooms. Boy, you mad. Looking sweet, boy. What I want to sign me up, brothers and sisters. Sign me up for me to get. How much kitchen that then? You have 1 living room there. You have a living room there. Oh, yes, well, that is things. How much kitchen did you have? 1, 2. 1, 2 kitchen. Well, brothers and sisters, there is 3 there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bedroom house are there. Yes, well, that is interesting right there. I think this is the number of layouts, the number of cubicles right there, which is interesting. Maybe your family get to stay there and then somebody else's family get to stay there or something like that. But Marco is a 5 bedroom house. Why are you doing 5 bedroom house if that is the case? That's something else there, but that's an interesting layout that they have. Maybe for bigger families, that would make sense right there. This is another part of it. That's what we're showing, and of course, hey, that is what is stated right there. But the big question people are asking, Minister of Tourism, they're asking the housing individual Reginald Austri, Honorable Reginald Austri, Minister of Housing. He pretty much stressed the value of the homes which are given for free, which is interesting. They're not giving any homes for free, but he was stressing on the homes that were given for free. When I did the math, and I'm not very good at math, that's what he was pretty much stating right there. One of the 2-bedroom apartment buildings will cost you anywhere in the region of $200,000, and the 3-bedroom apartment is somewhere in the region of $300,000. So if you have a 5-bedroom house, that's about $500,000, guys. Okay, don't be that say that. Okay. So apparently this is what he's saying. Now, if they have to subsidize this, let's say they cut it in half, that means you have to spend about $250,000 for you to get a house like this. This is the house that they're gonna be building you guys. Okay, the people who are the what do you call them, the young professionals, they're gonna be building you houses. If this, remember, 2-bedroom house would be about $200,000. 3-bedroom house would be about $300,000 or $350,000 right there. Okay, that's the apartment. Now they're building houses for you guys. There's a 5-bedroom that's about $500,000 minimum, and if they're subsidizing, let's say they cut it in half, so that means you have to pay about $250,000 in an economy that's not doing too well. So this is just one of the things that was brought to my attention. If that is indeed the actual scale of, obviously it'll be I don't think all the houses will be 5-bedroom houses, especially 3 master bedrooms, and then you have two bunk bed facilities for the children. Man, look, children, well, they really want children to make, yes, they want children to make. Yes. Wait a while. So there's a restroom for the master thing. So I mean, this looks pretty nice, but when it comes down to the individuals being able to buy this kind of stuff, you might ask yourself a few questions. Are you able to afford this kind of thing? $250,000 because it's subsidizing it for you, not true? Which I don't think will be $250,000. I think it will be way more than that. But then again, you have to pay for it. If you pay for it, that means who you're gonna be giving it to? It seems like you're gonna be giving it to Tranquility business partners on that. So it's no longer, the money is no longer coming to the Dominican people. It's going to foreigners, foreign individuals. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about empowerment. If you're empowering individuals, you shouldn't just try to empower the young entrepreneurs or young business individuals, which of course they are living in an economy that is not doing them too well. This is why when individuals leave Dominica and go overseas, they tend to do much better because the economy is conducive for growth for them. In Dominica, it's not. There are very few people that make it, and don't get me wrong, guys. There are people in Dominica that tend to make it. If you have 100 people and you have 10 mangoes, obviously about 10 people, if some not greedy, about 10 people might get. But knowing things in Dominica, maybe 5 people might get, because they might be like, some take free, some take 2, and then the rest get 1. I mean, so then you have less than 10 people getting because they want to get stuff. So you have to keep these kind of things in mind. If you have 100 mangoes, then you have 100 people, then obviously everybody will get something. But if you're taking the 100 mangoes that 100 people can get, and you're giving it to somebody else, one person, I mean, what does that say? And then you, from that 100 mangoes, you have a cut in it. You might get 20 mangoes, or you might get 50 mangoes from it. So 2 individuals get to share. The individual and his business partners get to share. So more than 2 in that sphere. Whereas the 100 people get nothing, but they are being told that they are being empowered to take a house that they themselves have to pay for, which is interesting in an economy that is not doing well. You have to think, guys, think very much. Oshri then urged the recipients to cherish, appreciate, and take good care of the homes given to them. Similar ceremonies will take place for La Plaine, Delices, and Saint-Sauvé. That is an interesting scope right there, guys. I mean, we have to understand what is going on and see if it makes sense. Now, guys, let's say it's a 1-bedroom house. That's $100,000 that they put forward. You still have to try your best to get to pay that $100,000. And if you're taking a loan to pay that $100,000, you're no longer going to be paying $100,000. Oh, yeah. A set of maths just dropped in my head there, guys, as a result of inflation or deflating value of money versus the 100 and how much you have to pay back in interest. They say 4%. If it's 4% on 100,000, 10,000, that's $4,104,000 you have to end up paying back over a period of time. And if money value is deflating, that means you're going to pay more money for less value. So it's, anyways, most of all, you have no clue what I'm saying there. But it's just something to think about right there. And a lot of people have been saying that they're pretty much putting this information out there for individuals to get something as a result of election. They say election is coming and they're trying to, save face because of how bad they quave the economy. And I don't think people understand this thing very well, because you need to understand progress from an economic standpoint. You need to check. If you don't understand economics, go to an economist and let him explain to you what is going on in Dominica. He will definitely tell you. He will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, tell you. And if you cannot do that, you wouldn't go anywhere. You wouldn't go nowhere, brothers and sisters. This is why it's important for you to understand how things work in the nature of the Caribbean. And even talking about election right there, guys. I saw an interesting thing right there. Don't make mistakes. Don't mistake auctions for elections. Let's take a listen to what this individual has to say right there.
But we may be small, we still need stabilizers. And especially we need stabilizers in 2 areas: protecting our reserves and safeguarding the integrity of our public service.
What about the public workers, though? What about the public workers that used to work and build people house roads? Not people houses, but roads and this kind of things there, which of course they auctioned out to people outside. And we're talking about empowerment. Empowering who? Are we empowering the people, or are we empowering the people outside, the foreigners? Who are exactly we empowering, guys? And I like the fact that they're talking about empowerment, because Melissa them was saying empowerment a lot. They were saying it a lot. Unless I misunderstand what the word empowerment means, what they're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
Why do I say this? Because these are two critical elements
Of
that
society.
give us safety, security, assurance, and resources
Yep.
for the future.
Resources is a vital factor here. Resources. Who are our resources going to? Especially our own money. For them to potentially get a cut from that as well. Guys, you have to...
It's taken us decades to build up our foreign reserves. They are our oil in the ground.
Dominica's own is its nature. What is Dominica doing about its resources, its nature? We consider ourselves to be the nature isle of the Caribbean, making people think as if we're making Dominicans think we alone are the nature isle of the world. There's nature everywhere, though, guys. You go Jamaica, you see a setter, and Jamaica have a setter. Jamaica, I was going to say something, but let me leave that there. Jamaica have different types of water, color water, you know what we're talking about. There are different types of areas in nature where they have colorful water. Some of them blue, some of them green, some of them black, some of them white, but we consider ourselves to be the nature of the Caribbean. Yet still, what are we doing as a result of our nature? Are we destroying our nature? I mean, look at what is happening in Emerald Pool, and they're talking about the White River and this kind of things. There are things that are happening from foreigners who come in to do things in the place. What are our resources, guys? Nature is our resource. We're supposed to build it up. That's one of the reasons why I always believe that solar lights and hydroelectricity should be the forefront in Dominica. It should be the forefront, and not just now. That should have been there already. Because we are the nature island, we say we're preserving our nature, we're trying to build trees. Are we seeing the rivers going down? I can't mention to people the rivers going down. Roseau River was different from how it is today. It have trees growing in Roseau River. Bush, macchiato, forest growing in Roseau River right now, guys. And we don't think the rivers are drying up in Dominica. Guys, 10-15 years from now, all you must come back to that video, eh?
If we don't have a second key, and you happen to have a generous or profligate government, then one government can spend it all and bring you back to zero. Elections.
Hey, remember all the money that is being spent on elections, guys? Money that can actually be used to help the people. $23 million, 60-something million dollars, $100 million going for elections that can actually put things in place, build factories that can empower the people, put things in place, understand how the modernized schooling system works so that we ourselves can become modernized and become competitive in the world market. No, but elections they put in
will become auctions where the parties compete to be more generous than the other, offering what it can do.
Let me give you some money. Let me give you 500. Let me give you a bag of cement for your vote. All you goody boy.
To voters by raiding the bank, as happens in countries much richer than us. You look at Australia, when 10 years ago, under basically a conservative government, they built up a significant amount of reserves or surpluses. They set up pension fund for the future, and they said this is our sovereign wealth fund, and this is to make sure that in future you'll be provided for state pensions and so on. But then came elections, and both parties, whether in government or out of government, because of the dynamic of the situation, they had no choice. One side offers something, the other side offers more.
I remember an individual was saying that during election time, guys. This is why we need electoral reform, for people to stop their dirty ways in the place. But I remember an individual talking about they give him house, and if the others gave him stove, he will vote for the others that give him stove. So it's what you can do for me during that time, not necessarily what you can do for me in the long run. I think people are greedy. This is one of the reasons why I always mention Professor Lumumba, because he make mention of the people getting what they truly deserve. If people were really sincere about wanting better for the country, they will stop looking about themselves and start looking for the future. in terms of the future being better schools, better job systems, things being put in place to create jobs and this kind of things that you get my drift, guys. If we're actually looking for these kind of things there, even our own selves looking for the benefit of getting factories and this kind of things, that we have literal invisible money that can be created from fruits. All we have to do is plant the trees and the fruits come, and then we do things with the fruits and provide a wide thing. If we take one of the mountains in Dominica, guys, one mountain, and just put different trees and stuff on there, first of all, the rivers will definitely build up because the leaves will collect more water. Also the source on top, if we I mentioned the Sus, and the airport just come to mind, where the people were talking about there's water coming from the earth and they don't know how they're going to backfill that. Guys, we need to pay attention to what is going on in Dominica. We need to pay attention to what is viable for us. And if we don't do these things, we're not going to go nowhere. But let me continue before.
And back and forth. It's an auction. Today, the funds for the future have disappeared. The country is in deficit. The commodities boom is over. The budgets cannot be settled. They have to cut back spending. It's extremely contentious. We are back where they were, all within 10 years.
Can you remind you of Sri Lanka? Sri Lanka decided they're going to get some monies and things. They were in a loading kind of situation, but they were definitely providing some sort of surplus, relative surplus in their thing. But they were buying and spending and all kind of things, and they increased their inflation to about 117%. That is a total crash of the economy right there. Total crash. Guys, are we studying our inflation to see what is happening in Dominica? Thank God we don't have too much craziness going on. Thank God our EC dollars is not based off ourselves. It is based off the US currency. But if we have to stand alone, guys, we're in trouble, you know. You know that? Because of the amount of debt that our officials seem to be taking on behalf of Dominicans. And remember, it's not them that paying it back, you know. They're making decisions for you without talking to you. Taking all kind of loans to go and do things. And all you have to do is, yay, clap. Without saying, no, we don't want this, no, we don't want that, we want this and we want that, and this is what you need to do for us. But people just not doing nothing.
It can happen to Australia with all that wealth and resources. Think what can happen if it's Singapore. That's money. What about people? The whole of our excellence in government, competence, the performance of the country depends
on government competence. I sure is that you can see. I didn't see this video.
On the integrity and the ability of the individuals
who run the country
in the key posts in the public service.
He didn't say the exact words, but that's pretty much the sentiment right there. We have a set of incompetent people in different posts in Dominica, in different ministerial capacities. Incompetent people expecting to make competent decisions.
Judges, central bankers, the accountant general, the commissioner of police, the people.
As they mentioned the police there. As they mentioned the police there, guys.
People who head our stat boards, who sit on our stat board, key stat boards, the people who manage our reserves.
These are the people that are in charge to make decisions for the country.
Once corrupt persons get into key positions, that's the end.
Guys, that make me feel lightheaded when you say that. Once key corrupt individuals get into key positions, brothers and sisters, that's the end. Look at what is happening to Dominica. Should I bring it back, brothers and sisters? Let me bring it back to Timmy.
How are you?
What do you have to say to me?
Well, the country's in chaos.
Okay.
Disaster.
It's not me that's here. Where was I?
That's the end. It's not only the end because they take money and help themselves, because you can stop that and put them in jail.
But we're not putting them in jail in Dominica. No jail seeing them. But we know for a fact that they're building $1 million houses. They have houses all over the place. Buying up properties in Roseau to build whatever they choose to build. Not for Dominicans, you know, but for themselves. And nobody saying nothing about that. Everybody is fine.
It's the end because they subvert and corrupt the system and make it impossible to root out the cancer
when people are accustomed of getting things, every election they get things. They want a cement. Oh, you come and pay my light bill for me, this and that, because you know you kill the economy. You cannot do nothing. And for you to ensure that the people stay loyal to you, you pay different things for them. Give them little snippets, the breadcrumb mentality instead of getting the bread, because the breadcrumbs is free. They rather get the breadcrumbs because the breadcrumbs is free, instead of going and work for the bread and then be totally independent from people controlling your every move. It's an interesting world we're living in, guys. And people not seeing none of that. Okay.
Which then becomes entrenched throughout the system. The system is permanently broken.
This is why I always tell people want to talk about bringing new party and all this kind of thing. It's not about bringing new party. It's the same system that's going to happen. If you are dependent on a government to meet your needs because it kill your ability to make your own needs available to you, or to provide for your own needs, because he killed the economy that is conducive for that. What do you think is going to happen? You bring in a new political party can somehow make that better for you? No. The people have to wake up. It's the people that are responsible for all of this. The people get what they truly deserve. It's the people. Because no matter how much political party that come through, if the system is the same way, this is why electoral reform is needed in Dominica. If the same system is the same way, the same thing is going to happen. The same exact thing is going to happen. You build some other people, bring some other new people to come in. When the other man is already supplying your needs for you, they say don't bite the hand that feed you. But it's rather unfortunate when the hand that feeding you is keeping you from going to work. That is a heck of a thing right there. So you don't have to bite the hand that feed you because you like the breadcrumbs instead of getting the bread.
You look at other countries. President SBY, President Yudhoyono of Indonesia, used to lament publicly about the problem he had with what he called the judicial mafia. He doesn't mean the mafia on the streets. He means judges whom he could not trust for their integrity because they had become corrupt and they had become part of the problem.
So you don't think the judges and these kind of things in Dominica are also corrupt? When they are throwing out cases, when there's ample evidence for the situations, for different things to be heard, you don't think the judges and some lawyers are corrupt? You don't think that is the case in Dominica at all? You think everybody thinks everything is fine and dandy. Oh, that's what they tell us, so it's fine and dandy. That's what scientists tell us, so it's true. Because they say it's true. It's a hell of a thing when you have the people who are supposed to be the credible sources and not actually credible in the things that they are saying, but because they are known as the credible sources, you then have to listen to them. Instead of you thinking, guys, we cannot just swallow what anything everybody says, you know. You have to go and do your research. Even me, myself, I tell individuals all day, don't just listen to me. If I'm making sense, true. But you must also go and do your research for yourself to find out if what I'm saying is true or not. Because I can also be corrupt too, you know. And I come in there and pretend. Who knows? I'm not corrupt, you know, guys. Mind me. Fire about that. Because I'm not part of this system thing. And the system is bent to make people go down. It's pretty obvious what is going on. People just not paying attention.
You look at other countries where the police are in cahoots with the crooks.
The police themselves corrupt too. And we're thinking because what the police say, it's obvious when they took the life of the individual, of the missing girl. It's obvious that they are crooked people. And they come out and lie to the public. And they come out and make another statement completely contradicting what the first police was saying.
And if you have a problem, you're not sure whether you should go to the police station or run away from the police station.
Boy.
Or you look at countries where those responsible for safeguarding state assets,
national security, BBC era,
instead raid the bank. As the Malay proverb goes, pagar makan padi. You are the hedge, but you are eating the rice, which you are supposed to protect. To prevent this, or at least to make this harder, this system needs a second key. And the challenge is for us how to ensure this second key strengthens and stabilizes our system of government.
Guys, what are your thoughts on the things that I just mentioned right there, guys? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much all about us for this here video. If you enjoyed your seat, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out the links in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video.